I'm gonna start calling this like midnight ramblings or something because it's like 12:01 a.m. and I just got finished cleaning the kitchen. During the during the week, I listen to a lot of Blog Talk radio shows on astrology, and I read a lot of blogs on the web, and I watch tons of YouTube videos. And I'm gonna just start sharing some things that I made me go, oh wow, hey, um, on Access Astrology on Blog Talk Radio with Mark Wolz and Heather Roan Robbins and the lovely Anne Ortelee. They made mention that when Mars goes into Cancer, and Mars is going to go into Cancer in another day or so, that makes Mars like under the influence of the Moon, and the Moon changes signs every 2.5 days. And so they say that most people notice that the Mars energy, like when, for a couple of days it's all moody, and then for a couple of days it's like all happy, and then for a couple of days it's just like all romantic. And it's because as the moon changes, the Mars in Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, you see, the Mars will take on the flavor of the moon. Now, I've never heard this before, and I have Mars in Cancer, but maybe I wasn't paying attention because I was just too busy being moody, because I am a moody girl. So, and I, cry at movies, and, I see family reunions that aren't even related to me at the airport, because my sister works at the airport, so I'm at the airport a lot. So I see family reunions from other people that aren't related to me, and I go, oh, squish, squish. It makes me cry. It's so sweet. And don't walk me, don't walk me by. Don't walk any of us by. Me, my mother, my older sister, a little baby, because we just get all stupid around a little baby. So cute. But that's very Cancer. My older sister has Venus in Cancer, so we squish a lot. So anyway, I'm going to be showing you a chart, and I'm going to be looking at August 8th when Mars squares Uranus, August 11th when Mars opposes Pluto. Oh, fun. No, not. And August 25th when Mars squares Saturn, because not only is Mars in Cancer going to be influenced by the moon, it's also going to be triggering the stupid Grand Cardinals that are out there being stupid, making us crazy since like last year. So this is, it's 12:04. Let's jump off and take a look at that chart, and then I'll come back afterwards and try to tie it all together. Okay, here we go. It's August 2nd right now. See, 12:12 a.m. Awesome. So let's take a look at over here where it says Mars goes into Cancer in 1.1 days. Boink. Because it puts a little planet watcher. I love planet watcher. I use it all the time. You should use it too. Here's Mars. It's done up in yellow. It's in Cancer, 0 degrees, 0 degrees. Okay. It's not yet making an exact square to Uranus or a square to Saturn, or yet an opposition to Pluto, but it's in what I call, except for Saturn, it's a little too far away. It's in what I call the hand grenade blast zone. That it's close. It's fitting to, as as my relatives in Mississippi would say, it's fitting to cause some trouble. By golly, by gum. Okay. So, one of the things we can do over here is we can take a look at when Mars squares Uranus in 1.1 weeks. Okay, we'll just like snap that, and it'll make a little yellow circle, and it'll make a line, and it'll make a little yellow circle here. Okay, Mars is the aggression, assertion energy. Cancer is a water sign. It's a cardinal. It's ruled by the moon. It has to do with home, hearth, mom, country, patriotism. Like, like one of the things that they said on Access Astrology tonight, they said that if you ever wanted a general to be running your army to protect your country, have somebody with Mars in Cancer. I had heard that a lot of really famous West Point generals were really big-time mama's boys. And that's, I mean, like the mom like moved into an apartment outside of West Point during the time that they were going to school, which I can understand that because home, hearth, mom, country, it's all the same thing. Most people with Cancer in their chart are closet flag wavers. I know. A square is a 90-degree stressful angle. Aries is another cardinal. It's fiery. It's it has to do with the being martial, meaning it likes to fight. It also likes to be go on crusades, you know. So I mean, like being a knight in shining armor, running on top of the hill, and saying "Me first, I win." Okay, Uranus is sudden and unexpected, rebellious type of happenings. So you can see that um, an assertive, rebellious, unexpected happening does not do well at where there's home, hearth, and mom. I don't like it. You're goofing up the home. Okay, now because we're moving a little forward in time and we're outside of the range over here, and I don't know how to change these things over here. I'm just gonna like pop over. We won't get the little yellow lines, which are kind of cute, but oh well. So then, here we are at August 11th, and you see Mars is at 5 degrees Cancer. And across the chart, oh, scary, scary, is Pluto in Capricorn. Now, if you look at some of my other videos, look up the Grand Cardinal Cross. Okay? That will help. That has some information there. Okay, Cancer deals with the home. Capricorn deals with outside of the home. It's like what your government or your corporation. It's like out away from the home, and it's like a power trip. It also sort of like is the dad to the Cancer, being the mom. The moon is female, and Saturn, which rules Capricorn, is more like the patriarchal figure. Okay, Pluto transforms whether you like it or not. It breaks down existing structures in order to break through with new ones. Opposite Cancer, this is not comfortable. This is saying, what are you doing breaking down stuff in my country? And my country is my home, and I don't like change. And this is, I'm holding on to power, whether you like it or not, I have power over you. And so this is uncomfortable. Mars opposed Pluto is like a power struggle. Mars is aggressive. Pluto is like a power-hungry maniac. So when you have an opposition, there's that, unless you find a middle point, unless you find a point that is a compromise, and not like the compromise we had on the debt ceiling, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so that's another thing that we have to keep an eyeball on. That's on the 11th. Okay, now on the 25th, boink. Mars and Moon are just like, oh, cozy, cozy, cozy. Okay. And at 14 degrees, what do we have? We have a square to Saturn. In my other videos, I talk about Saturn in Libra and people having their second Saturn return in Libra. I'm going to be talking on the 11th of August about America's 8th Saturn return. We're going to talk about it a lot. But anyway, so Libra says, what is the structure? How do we make things real? How do we make things fair? We got to come up with the law. Okay, and it's dealing with things like sort of outside of the home, outside of the self. It deals with like your relationships, because Libra deals with relationships, contractual relationships, and Cancer is still dealing with the home and hearth and mom and stuff. And so there's a conflict there. So these 3 dates, the 9th, where it's at 4 Cancer and 4 Uranus in Aries, Mars in Cancer, Uranus in Aries, and on the 11th, right when I'm going to be doing that show with Cheryl Pattinson and One Woman's Wisdom, right across the chart, right there, we got an opposition, And so watch out for your power struggles. Watch for power struggles in the news. That would be interesting. Okay? And then again on the 25th. So this is just part of the August energies because of this, because of these uh, cardinal, uh, these planets in cardinal signs. Anything going through Cancer, and this is the last of it, except for when the moon goes through in other months. But this is the last planet that's going to be going through Cancer for a bit. It just triggers all the stuff that had been started last year during the great cardinal cross. And if you want to know more about this, just like, get in touch with me and I'll explain. Explain, Lucy. So let's see how much time we took up on this. Oh God, 12 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can fit this in. I misspoke myself when I was talking about the Saturn in Libra. Saturn deals with structure. Saturn deals with the law. Libra deals with what's fair and what's equitable. And so after you burn down the palace and depose the king, that's that Uranus in Aries, and the Pluto in Capricorn, the power struggle. The Saturn comes in and says, what's the Constitution? What's the law? How are we going to make it fair? So that's one little correction there. So on the links underneath the video in the description area, I'm going to try to remember to put in links for the big blog-a-thon that happened last year, where a whole bunch of astrologers got together and blogged like crazy about the Grand Cardinal Square. Because if you look back at the dates that they have for when the square was happening, you will see that you were losing the last of your damn mind during that time. Now, what's left over from that are the slower moving planets of Pluto in Capricorn and Uranus in Aries, which are going to be have that 90-degree stressful angle 7 times exact for the next 4 years. I'll have to do like a separate video on that, because that's just going to make us nuts, because there's going to be a lot of fighting, there's going to be like rebellions in countries, there's going to be kings and leaders being toppled or holding on with their bloody fingertips saying, I'm not going to give up my power no matter how many, I'll shoot all my own people. So we're going to see a lot of that. So just be aware that those type of power struggles could be happening within your own life, because it not only happens on the big scale, like with countries, going through big revolutionary changes, but it happens inside of our life. Because if we're in a situation where we feel, oh, someone has power over us, and they're not being fair, I'm not getting a just break, we're going to see people rebelling. I mean, like I said before, the Tea Party is a manifestation of that Uranus in Aries. They break the whole government, bring down the whole government. Who cares? Let's just start all over. Let's do a clean sweep. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, that's my little editorial. But anyway, they're part of that too. Their anger is that Uranus in Aries squared Pluto in Capricorn. So we'll talk about that another time, because I'm running out of time now. So bye.